on down here and hunt for just a little bit. Then we're gonna go in and get the hog out. I think it's a pretty big one. Another one of them big singles. Probably a big old boar hog. And then we got to get back. Got a few other things we got to do today. Trying to stay committed to these hogs. The only way I know to do it is when they get under there, we got to drop it. So that's, I don't know, probably 72, 73. So we have got to be working on them. I hadn't seen a group in the camera lately, so I'm sure there's still some around. All right, we're gonna hustle on down. I am running just a little bit late.
I didn't even bring my tripod this morning. I wasn't planning on staying long. I ain't been here long. That buck was right behind them does. I didn't even have time to think. I hate I didn't have my tripod. I was planning on sitting there for a little while and then going and getting the hog, and dadgum, that's a stud right there. Stud. They moving this morning. I hate to get down, but we finna go look at this thing. And we got a hog in the trap. Big whitetail bucks and big wild hogs. That is a stud right there. Big old buck. That is a good one. That's a nice one right there.
Alright, y'all. I'm still pumped up. Came over here basically just to get this hog out of this trap, hunt just for a little while. Got quite a bit I got to do today, but we got to get a hog and a big old buck. Let's ease on in here and get this hog, and then we'll load the deer up. Not a huge hog, but another one of these old single bore hogs. Alright, got the hog loaded up. Trap reset. I just about lost one of the triggers on that. It still got some mud. Now we can go load up what we've been working so hard to get. Get these hogs out of here, making room for these deer. Let's go load this big old boat up. Oh yeah. Alright, got us a big old buck. And a wild hog, pretty good sized wild hog. All before 9 o'clock. Hey, I bet a lot of people still sleeping. That's good stuff, huh? Alright, y'all, got the deer and the hog taken care of. I jumped in a little frontier. I got some tires in the back. Got to run over to the speed shop. Boy, my camera's got junk all over it now. That's more than the scratch. But anyway, headed over to the speed shop real quick, and I got some things that I'm kind of had been thinking about a little bit, but I really been wanting to get a good deer. Got some things that a couple of things I'm thinking about doing the rest of deer season. So run over here to the speed shop real quick. If I get time later, I'll kind of share that with y'all. Something that kind of means a lot to me, but I don't do it a lot. But anyway, go over to the speed shop and then we'll talk about that later. Super good. Alright, y'all, didn't stay over to speed shop too long. Man, is that wrap on that late model not looking good. I ain't sure it didn't turn out better than Mom's. I'm starting to get excited. Get a little more deer hunting out of my system, and then we may find a racetrack to go race or something. Anyway, got a few more things I got to tend to. Let's see what we can get into. Alright, y'all, so I had quite a few things I had to do. Got everything done. Try to get this camera right. We're back on hunting again. Something that I want to do. For years, these are all I hunted with, the traditional bows. This is kind of this bow was made by Ron LeClaire, Super Shrew bows. Back when I got it, I've had this thing for a long time now. This is what he calls the Super Shrew. It's kind of a combination between a recurve, longbow deal. This one wasn't strung up. It's been sitting there a little while. It's all dusty. I've killed a few deer with this. I've never killed a big deer with my traditional stuff. I've killed a few bucks, and it takes a lot of practice, and you kind of get caught up in the need to kill one deal, I guess. And it's hard. You work so much at it, and then you go and you want to get one like we got this morning with a rifle. But when I get done, I think, man, I'd have loved to have my bow. I've killed the biggest deer I've killed, I think, with my rifle, scored right at 160. Never, I may have killed one bigger inside the fence, but what I'm talking about today is complete free range. I killed a 140 something with my compound a long time ago. This was the last bow I bought, and it's been years ago. I can't even remember. The last time I played with it, I must have left it strung up like a dummy. And the strings is broke. I'm gonna have to order me a string. The Super Shrew I always wanted to get compact because we got so many briars and thickets and stuff around here. Mr. Ron got to making these things. This one is a 56-inch bow, but when he made this thing, I got him to order it. He calls this one the Super Shrew Scout. I think he's got even one smaller now. I was looking on his website last night. This is a 54-inch, and this one's on 52 pounds at 28. My shoulder's so bad, one reason I got away from it. This one's on 54 pounds at 27, a little stouter. This is that he has got a sweet shooting bow. Something always triggers me sometimes through the season to go back to this kind of equipment. We generally have lots of coiled deer or does and stuff, y'all know, that we shoot, so it's kind of hard to get it done with this, but we've still got quite a bit of season left and we've had a good year. If I can make myself, I was really counting on this one, and I guess my dummy self left it strung up. We're gonna have to get a string, but the Super Shrew would be fine. I'll order me a string. What triggered this, I was looking at YouTube, and like a two-hour conference with Barry Wenzel, the Wenzel brothers, Barry and Gene come up, and I got to watching, and it just, this really gets to me when I get ready to go hunting. And it is a different world down here in Mississippi and Alabama, kind of compared to Michigan and up north where a lot of people use these, but you can get it done here because I've done it. But what really got me, I never just got perfect with one of these bows. And I was listening to Gene or Barry, who was it? Barry, I think, was talking, and he got to talking about every shot he was making. I mean, I think he'd killed like 4 Boone and Crockett bucks, and they was all under 15 yards. And I got to thinking, you know, I used to try to shoot out to 30 and 25. There's a lot of people that can do that. I could never get that good and consistent and comfortable to go to the woods with, but the more I listen to him talk, and these guys they're so knowledgeable. They've been doing it so long. I mean, they didn't know what a compound was when they was growing up. It's just unreal to listen to their stories. So I've set this turkey target up at 15 yards. And the one thing about it, when you get a shot with one of these things at 10 to 15 yards, and I've killed many of them over the years at 10 to 15 yards with a compound, so I mean, I know it can be done, and I just haven't done it. I have got to. So this may be one of my ventures for the rest of the year. It doesn't have to be a monster. It's about the hunt. I've got some work to do on these things. This one, if the string don't break, I think the string's still in pretty good shape on this one. This may be my venture for the rest of the season. I've got some of my arrows here I'm gonna show y'all. Some of y'all may not be interested in it, but some reason this just always, I got my first custom bow built 16, 17 years old. It was several years, that's all I hunted with. These are wooden arrows that they make up there at, I'm pretty sure Mr. Ron built these up there. It's been so long since I've been fooling these hunters so long, but this is a wooden arrow. I'm thinking it's cedar, I can't remember, but it's got a 2 blades wiki head on it. I mean, when I did it, I've shot some carbon. I've got some, I guess this is a carbon fiber arrow. I've shot some of those, and they're good, and they're fast, but you know, in this deal, it's kind of not about the speed. It's just about the hunt, and I need to get back to this a little more. I get to go a lot. No doubt that deer meant a lot this morning, but could you imagine killing that deer with this recurve or this little longbow? So anyway, just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about that, and a little bit this. I need to kind of back up and do some of this and get really close to these animals. Mr. Barry and Gene, they make so much sense. I'm trying to think of another guy. I used to watch his videos years ago. It was really for anybody. He's about one of the only ones that had some traditional archery videos back then, but I just really like this, and I'm sick I let this string break, but we'll order one of them and get back going. But I'm fixing to shoot a couple of rounds. We're at 15 yards. And one thing about it too, I've got to get back used to shooting with glasses. I need to get me a tab. That was one thing too. I couldn't ever get set in on what I wanted to wear, a glove or a shooting tab. I shot a lot with just bare fingers. And I don't want to use a lot of people shoot 3 fingers below and kind of have an aim point system. I want to shoot basically truly instinctive. Finger over and not look at the air and just look at the animal. But I'm going to take a couple of shots. And now it's been a long time at this turkey at 15 yards just to kind of see what's going on. My shoulder can take it. I may not be able to do this no more. Oh, this one is on. That was one reason it's on 54 pounds at 27. I draw about 28. So this, I may have to, that one's 52 pounds. I may have to get something even a little lighter, but I'm kind of thinking about this again. And I really love the grip on these shrew bows. It just feels good. That right there is dead. And one thing about me, if I would make sure I only shot this 15 yards, I mean, it seems like the more I practice target panic, whatever they call it, the worse I get. Now, I'm not cutting this camera off. I'm gonna carry y'all right to it. I used to shoot these things decent. Now, and this, can you imagine that big old buck this morning at 15 yards with this? I mean, and y'all hear how quiet this thing is. You can't even hardly hear it. I love it. I just need to do it more. One thing on a deer, when they come in with one of these, you don't have a pin to put on him. And boy, it's just, I mean, you can completely lose it in a stand. That's why you do need to practice so everything's natural and instinctive. Boy, I'm gonna tell y'all what, if I could make I'm not gonna cut the camera off. I'm gonna leave her rolling. Kind of have to turn your hat around or cock it to the sideways with one of these because you get down on the string, but y'all reckon that wouldn't have got him? I'm liking this already. This would be fun, especially if I could pull a video off with it. All right, y'all. I shot 2 more times, 15 yards. One of my nocks is already busted off my, one of the arrows. I just had 2 then. I believe we can get a deer. We'll just have to make ourselves do that 10 to 15 yards. And we're going, the little recurve is just a little bit faster. But man, that other one shoots smooth too. So I'm gonna work on that stuff a little bit. I think it'd be an interesting video and it'd be up close and personal. I mean, you could just about film 15-yard shot with a GoPro. So we will, I'm gonna be playing with that some. It's pretty rough on my shoulder, but that's okay. We'll just have to take it. We're gonna play with it some and try to do some interesting stuff the rest of the season. But anyway, I'm about to call it a day. If y'all like our stuff, subscribe to us, Hollis Farms. Hats, t-shirts, and stickers, hollisfarms.com. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.